What is guys, Tyler once again, and I'm coming at you guys with another content of Cookie Run Kingdom. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a Pinecone Cookie team that you guys have been waiting for, as well as it is going to be very similar to what I've shown you guys inside of the review video. However, the toppings have been optimized in order for it to be used better inside of the current meta right now. Anyways guys, as you guys can see, the team is going to be consisted of our Pinecone here, as well as Financier. We have Sherbet, Herb, as well as our BTS, and the treasures are going to be the enchanted robe, scroll, as well as the jelly watch. So going over the toppings real quick, is going to be 5 of the searing raspberry instead of the 5 of the solid almond for Pinecone. We are actually allowing Pinecone to really become the hyper carry here, hyper tank as well, in order to deal damage as well as tank for the team with the searing raspberry, and on top of that receiving the Financier buff because they are going to be having the highest attack inside of the team. So you can see that we have focused on the damage resist as well as the attack. And the most important thing here is going to be the attack speed in order to get the enchanted robe buff, so that Pinecone Cookie is able to throw the pine cones at the enemies at a very fast speed. And one last thing that's very important is going to be the 2.8% at least on the cooldown in order to have a 3-second start, because Financier is going to be using 5 of the Swift Chocolate. And with 5 of the Swift Chocolate, Financier is also going to have a 3-second start. If you don't have a 3-second start for Pinecone, then Financier is going to use the skill first, and then you're going to have to wait until all of the other cookies use the skill before Pinecone does, and that does leave them very vulnerable to all of the damage because they don't have the HP boost. Alright, so Financier is using 5 Swift Chocolate once again, focusing on damage resist as well as around 20% cooldown. Sherbet, on the other hand, this time around is going to be using 5 of the solid almond because we are not using Sherbet with Financier's shield. You want Sherbet to have a good enough damage resist here, and around 8% cooldown is where you want it. You don't need to get it like exactly 8%, but around 8% is going to be optimal in order to use Sherbet's skill around that 1 minute mark. And then the next one is going to be Herb Cookie here, guys. Herb Cookie is using 5 of the solid almond with around 4.6%, 5%, around 6%. You can honestly have it all up to 8% if you guys can. But the next thing is going to be the attack speed. This is going to allow Herb to receive the enchanted robe buff, not only for the auto attack healing, but the skill to come off a lot faster in case you guys get stunned, or in case you guys get frozen by the frost queens that you might verse inside of the arena. And then you can see right here, damage resist is the next focus, and last one is going to be BTS here with 24.1% at least on the cooldown. And then the attack and crit attack speed, try to keep it lower than our Herb as well as Pinecone. But when you guys do verse someone like Sherbet, Frost Queen, as well as the Black Pearl, sometimes the debuffs does prevent your cookies that are intended to receive the enchanted robe buff from not receiving it and moving on to BTS because they don't receive any debuffs. But here we go, guys. Let me show you guys this team against all the other teams inside of the arena right now, and show you guys how strong this team currently is. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to go verse a vampire team right here, and it is going to consist of Eclair, so definitely having Herb on the team is going to be a bonus for us. So here we go. So this team is a very interesting team. We do have Caramel Arrow as well as Financier with Eclair, Cream Unicorn, Vampire, so they don't have anyone to prevent the cookies from getting stunned here. So we're definitely just, you can see right there, Vampire just getting constant stun right there, guys. And Herb is just able to get rid of the Vampiric Bite, as well as get rid of, some of the Caramel Arrow buff or debuff, as well as, Eclair debuff. So definitely our team here is going to be like 100% not going to be have any problem against this. And another good thing here is that, like right there, Vampire did kill our Sherbet, but not a problem because, even without Sherbet, we have Pinecone, who's our, hyper carry here in this case. So we don't need to worry about, not being able to win or tying the battle here, because Pinecone will carry us. So there you guys go. So as you guys can see, we're doing 6.5 million damage here and 3.4 million from our Sherbet. Alright guys, so we're going to verse this team here. They do have an Herb and also the Holiberian Royal Necklace here at level 11. And they do have the double tank. It seems like it's going to be the Sherbet team here with a probably going to be someone like either Pinecone or Werewolf. So let's see what we do. And it is going to be the Werewolf Sherbet team that I've shared with you guys in the past as well. This team is still very strong, and you know, just really focusing on allowing Sherbet to you know, deal the damage and constantly keep that frost debuff stack on the enemies, while Werewolf Cookie is just attacking and, you know, getting those injury stacks on the enemy as well. All right, but for us, it's going to be neck to neck kind of in a way, because, you know, Herb is going to be purifying. But right there, we were able to get rid of the enemy Herb, allowing our Sherbet to deal more damage to the enemy Sherbet, and that is going to be definitely a good bonus for us. And we're going to be able to just slowly get rid of the enemy team right there, because we have all of our cookies alive. And, you know, Sherbet 1v5, or, you know, when Sherbet's focusing on a solo enemy, there's no way they're surviving. So there you guys go. 7 million damage coming out from our Pinecone here, guys, and 3.2 million damage from our Sherbet. So you can really see the amazing power of our Pinecone Cookie. Alright guys, so here we go. We have a Brute as well as Financier Black Pearl with the feather this time around. So let's see how well we do. So they do have the Captain Caviar, alright, but the thing here is that our cookie, our Pinecone, is able to focus this right over here. The Pinecone is going to target Black Pearl as well as Captain Caviar, and you saw that Black Pearl was easily, you know, targeted and gotten rid of in the beginning, and then Captain Caviar didn't even get to come back because Black Pearl did take the feather revive earlier on inside of the battle. And of course, because looking at the you know, ranking difference, it seems like, you know, their toppings were not super good, but, you know, just the amazing focus from our Pinecone is just insane, guys, insane. Alright guys, so this time around, it seems like it's going to be a Frost Queen Sherbet team here, so let's see how well we do. I would say against a team like this one right here, where you do have a Frost Queen and a Sherbet on the enemy team, the you know, deciding factor is when our Herb is going to be able to use his skill. Because if his skill comes out like you know, a little bit before Sherbet's skill goes off, then we're going to take a bunch of damage. And on top of that, we're going to take a bunch of damage from the Frost Queen. Alright, because of the Frost debuff right there. You know, you just saw the like crazy amount of, you know, burst damage coming out from Frost Queen. We barely survived right there, but if it was any higher, if the stack was any higher, then our cookies would have died right there, taking so much of that frost damage, you know. So there you guys go. But you can see, right, this is where kind of the attack speed as well as the cooldown really comes into effect, and is going to be the determining factor of whether you win or lose. So right there, focusing again. So right there, Pinecone doing 6.4 million damage, as well as Sherbet just kind of supporting, and an Herb, you know, supporting heal. And you can see Pinecone really does a lot of healing because of the Searing Raspberry as well. And we have BTS just absolutely destroying it. Alright guys, so one last battle here with Brute, Double Tank, a single DPS, and a Cream Unicorn BTS healer. So let's see how well we do. And here we go, guys. And it is going to be the Vampire team here, and really just allowing Vampire to become the single tank. It's very interesting though that they didn't use the Scythe this time around and just went with the Feather, because, you know, this is gonna kind of lack some damage from Vampire because they don't have the extra crit percentage. But we'll just have to see how it turns out. They do have the Feather, allowing either Vampire or Cream Unicorn to come back alive. But you can see that because of the full solid almond on an Herb and constantly purifying the Vampiric Bite and preventing the full-on crit every single time, you know, you can see that Herb does survive and kind of prevent Vampire from chewing away from the back of our team. Alright, so there you guys go. Once again, 6.8 million damage from our Pinecone, 2 million damage from our Sherbet. The HyperCarry is right over here. And then the healing, even 1 million, 1 million, 3 million, and 3.6 million. So you can really see Pinecone does do a lot of healing on top of whatever they are able to do with the tanking and the amazing damage because of the full Searing Raspberry toppings that they are using. Alright guys, so definitely a very strong team for you guys to try out. If you guys have Pinecone Cookie, I definitely recommend you guys do pull for Pinecone Cookie because of its viability inside of the arena right now, along with Sherbet, who is going to be free for everybody. If you guys do complete all of the quests, you will be able to at least receive one copy, and you definitely need to level up Sherbet. So why not level up and pull for the cookie that is going to be the best partner or the best duo with Sherbet Cookie. Anyways guys, I hope you guys found the video helpful. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If there's any other team that you guys want me to review, make sure to let me know as well. Anyways guys, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.